Good afternoon. I am Colonel Billy Wilson, the commander of basic military training. I'm glad we had this opportunity to have a discussion. So, why are you here? I will tell you that you are here to train both your body and your mind.
Be better every day. Be better.
You are here to train your body and your mind. Not one or the other, both. I often ask new recruits, why the Air Force? And I often get, well, I want to be part of an institution. I want to be part of something that is larger than myself.
Remember why you are here. Remember those people that came before you. Everything that you do needs to come with a passion and a vigor that is unmatched.
There will be stress. It will be stressful. And I will tell you that it is stressful by design. So the question remains, when you start feeling stressed out, what are you going to do? Are you going to react or are you going to respond? I expect you to respond to the demands that are being placed upon you, pushing you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to grow, because that's why you're here. You're here to be transformed from what you were to what you need to be, to what your nation needs you to be. Each and every one of you will earn your place here. This will not be given to you. And as you earn your place here and head toward graduation day, having earned it, you will have a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. And it will be meaningful to you. And as you depart this place, you will be proud of what you've accomplished.
Our country. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Military training instructors, as this time, don on the Air Force campaign hat covers.
Okay, I just need to switch. I think it's just past this. I think we'll be all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Cancel Carlo.
Would you please join me in a moment of reflection and prayer? Divine Spirit, we have gathered here today with hearts full of gratitude and joy as we witness the future of the Air Force march before us this morning. We express thankfulness for the families and friends who have supported these airmen throughout their journey. Their love, encouragement, and sacrifice has been the foundation upon which these airmen have built their resilience. We express thankfulness to the military training instructors, for they have poured their time, effort, and wisdom into shaping the next generation of airmen. Divine Spirit, we lift up these airmen before you, as they are entrusted with the sacred duty of service to this great nation. Bless them with discipline as they take on their new roles and responsibilities. Bless them with strength, courage, and wisdom as they face unknown trials during unknown times. And bless them with compassion so they may serve humbly and expand the bonds of camaraderie. May each action they take be honorable to the legacy of those who have gone before them. And may they always stand steadfast in their commitment to protect and defend the freedoms and values we hold dear. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to today's Department of the Air Force Basic Military Training graduation ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Commander, Department of the Air Force Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Department of the Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Whitfield Jack. The Reviewing Official, the Commander, Air Force Office of Special Investigations, Brigadier General Amy Bumgarner. The Command Chief, Air Force Office of Special Investigations, Chief Master Sergeant James Hoy. Also in attendance with us today, Major General Craig Weldon, United States Army, retired. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Our Commander of Airmen is Staff Sergeant Kenneth Trivett. Brigadier General Amy Bumgarner will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. The last 7.5 weeks, the men and women before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warriors with the foundation to serve in the most powerful military the world has ever known. Once they leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of 118 specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of 84 installations around the globe or work directly with our sister services. As they move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to the military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment. These graduates are the future of our national defense and will pave the way for the generations that will follow. 737 Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence. The Commander's Excellence streamer is awarded to the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 697, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 23 September 2024 through 6 November 2024. Signed, Billy Wilson Jr., Colonel, United States Air Force. The Commander's Excellence Flight was led by Staff Sergeant Acuna, Staff Sergeant Grantham, and Staff Sergeant Penho. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors.
Ma'am, I present the command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of musical honors. Thank you. Please be seated.
Staff, hors d'oeuvre, arms! Staff, change post, march! Give your squadron order arms! March! Order!
Graduates passing in review today represent a portion of the 42,000 men and women who will complete the Department of the Air Force's basic military training this year. The 737 Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest Air Force. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Armed Forces. As our graduates turn left onto the bond run to pass and review, they will march over the enlisted heroes walk. The men and women recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States military in armed conflict. Their decorations include 9 Medals of Honor, 23 Air Force Crosses, and 162 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all service members to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. We would like to direct your attention to our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass in review. Now passing in review, from the 737 Training Group, the Commander of Airmen, Staff Sergeant Kenneth Trivett, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown Tucson, Arizona. From the 321st Training Squadron, the Drum and Bugle Corps, and Commander's Excellence Flights 697 and 698, led by Staff Sergeant Manuel Acuna, Military Training Instructor, hometown San Antonio, Texas. A Squadron Staff, led by Technical Sergeant Hillary Dager, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Nashua, New Hampshire. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 693, led by Staff Sergeant William Woodside, Military Training Instructor, hometown Jacksonville, Florida. Flight 694, led by Technical Sergeant John Shelton, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Pittsburgh, California. From the 321st Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight 695, led by Staff Sergeant Paul Dell, Military Training Instructor, hometown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Flight 696, led by Technical Sergeant Andrew Stein, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Eaton Rapids, Michigan. From the 322nd Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight 699, led by Technical Sergeant Dominique Reyes, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown Huntington Beach, California. Flight 700, led by Master Sergeant Travis Reed, military training instructor, hometown Santa Clarita, California. Flight 701, led by Technical Sergeant Gerard Timbrock, military training instructor, hometown Arlington, Texas. The Color Guard from the 322nd Training Squadron, led by Staff Sergeant Seth Johns, military training instructor trainer, hometown Beverly Hills, California. From the 324th Training Squadron, the Flag Mast, Flight 705 and 706, led by Technical Sergeant Akeem Anderson, military training instructor, hometown Homestead, Florida. From the 326th Training Squadron, B Squadron Staff, led by Technical Sergeant Luis Villarreal, military training instructor, hometown Los Angeles, California. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 702, led by Staff Sergeant Malcolm McCord, military training instructor, hometown Mount Holly, New Jersey. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 703, led by Master Sergeant Amber Rangel, military training instructor trainer, hometown Willimantic, Connecticut. Flight 704, led by Technical Sergeant Danielle Otto, military training instructor, hometown St. Louis, Missouri. From the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 707, led by Master Sergeant Roberto Villalobos, military training instructor, hometown Detroit, Michigan. Flight 708, led by Technical Sergeant Pedro Mendoza, military training instructor, hometown Whittier, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you. You may be seated. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the Airmen from the 321st Training Squadron. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force's core value, service before self. With each drum and bugle corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. The Airmen are performing under the direction of Staff Sergeant Jacob Wright, military training instructor, hometown, Llano, Texas. would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training undergraduates distinguished themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all graduates in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence they displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the flights march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank all of the families and friends who are here in support of those graduating today for your support to our mission and the greatest air power the world has ever known. Your words of encouragement has helped motivate these graduates through 7.5 weeks of basic military training.
Eddie! Eddie! Put him down! Eddie! You want back! You! Eddie!
Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Amy Bumgarner will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning and welcome. What an honor it is for me to be here today, but to also look out into the audience and see all of the families and friends joining us today. 7.5 weeks ago, you entrusted us with your nation's most valuable treasure, your loved ones. Your support has pushed these airmen to successfully complete basic military training and join the world's greatest Air Force. They could not have done this without you, so thank you again for your support and encouragement, but more importantly, your trust. It is my great honor to introduce the 802 Airmen as our nation's newest military members. Airmen, today is a day of pride, accomplishment, and transformation. Over the past 7 weeks, you took on challenges, overcame obstacles, and pushed yourself far beyond the limits you thought you once had. You were tested in ways that few people ever are. You learned how to work together as a team, relying on each other through every task. You learned the meaning of discipline, commitment, and resilience. You found the strength to dig deep and make it through one more day. These are the qualities that got you through basic training, but will also help you succeed during your journey in the Air Force. As challenging as these past 7.5 weeks have been, this is only the beginning. The road ahead will demand even more from each of you. Being an airman isn't easy. Everyone who ever raised their hand to join this great Air Force and protect our nation didn't do it because we wanted something easy. I know each of you have your own story on why you joined, but I know you're not standing here today because you wanted something easy. You wanted a challenge and to be part of something bigger than yourself. The threats our country faces today are complex and challenging. They are not easy. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, violent extremist organizations. These threats are real and what we are preparing for today. We need motivated and capable airmen to ensure the Air Force can continue to fly, fight, and win. Airmen that are committed to integrity first, service above self, and excellence in all that we do. We need airmen like you with diversity of thought and backgrounds coming together to form one team that gives our service the strength and ability to persevere and overcome any challenges that come our way. So now, I just have one question for you. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? All right, I think they're ready.
Please stand as Brigadier General Amy Bumgarner will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States, and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. All right. Good luck, Airmen.
Thank you, Brigadier General Amy Bumgarner. Please remain standing while our graduates recite the Airman's Creed and for the departure of the official party. I am an American Airman. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute as the U.S. flags pass. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all of our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass. As a reminder, the flights are positioned as viewed from the bleachers to the left of the reviewing stand. Flights 693, 694, 695, 696, 699, 700, 701. And to the right of the reviewing stand, flights 702, 703, 704, 707, 708. Please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Town Pass ends at 1800 hours. When dropping off members, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving onto the grassy areas.